for January 18, 2022, and it's 6 p.m. And let's stand for our pledge of allegiance. And Commissioner Sullivan, will you lead us off, please?
Sure, absolutely. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can we get a roll call?
Tonight's roll call. Cease.
Present.
Charbonneau.
Here.
Ambrosiani. Excused. Correct.
He's got to be excused. I just saw him today at Safeway, and he had just gotten out of the hospital, up there for a week in the hospital.
Sullivan.
Here.
Swan.
Here.
And Verkey excused as well.
I have not heard from you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, she notified she will not be
Okay.
here.
Thank you. You have a quorum.
Thank you. Okay. Number 4, citizens' comments on subjects except for items scheduled for public hearing.
I don't believe we have anyone signed in.
There's not.
Okay.
There is no one.
All right. We'll go on to approval of the agenda and the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda and consent agenda.
And I'll second.
Okay. Any comments on that?
No?
Okay. We get a roll call for approval of the agenda, consent agenda.
Voting on the approval of tonight's agenda and consent agenda. Charbonneau.
Yes.
Cease.
Yes.
Sullivan.
Yes.
And Chair Swan.
Yes.
Your agenda and consent agenda are approved, and approved on your consent agenda are the December 7th, 2021 regular meeting minutes.
Okay, number 6, special orders, presentations, and reports. We don't have any proclamations or awards. Could I get a city administration report, please?
Yes, and again, as I'm giving you guys these reports, if there's any information that you guys want to see or hear about, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to give you guys more detailed information. Yeah, I just want to keep you guys informed as to what kind of our department is doing that does affect different parts of our community. And one of the things that we did do recently is that we've completed, it does look like a visitor guide, but it's actually, the chamber helped us kind of give us a lot of like photos and their font work and that type of thing. But this is actually our new legislative priorities guide. So all of the money that we are trying to get federal grant funding for and state grant funding for, we now have a really nice guide so that they're actually using this in Juneau right now. We just got it last week. But for infrastructure things that our community needs. So we put this together, and we do have some available upstairs if you guys would like to see them as commissioners. But anyway, this is a project we just completed kind of for the first time to look at this. So, but we did want it to look like.
Oh, I don't have to walk upstairs?
Well,
No, we got some here.
That's actually the marine guide right there, which the chamber did. But we did want it to look like so that people understand that what you're doing here supports our visitor industry, supports our marine industry, and they're going to be doing one. The chamber's actually coming out with one that will look somewhat similar that has to do with hometown, but this is the infrastructure pieces that we're getting funding for that will support our community. So. We're continuing to work on task orders for the city for looking at different housing development pieces, including kind of looking at the preliminary pieces for how we can, what the possibilities are for kind of the Hemlock campground, the campground there off of Hemlock, the bench over above Smick, and some other areas as well. And we've been meeting with business owners and developers to help them coordinate for some upcoming projects, including we're getting ready to process another development reimbursement program application. We've been working on off and on the empty lots project, but we will have that so that we can look at how we can do better jobs for infilling city lots. And also processing a lot of business licenses. That's that time of year where people are renewing everything. And then the last thing is probably in early March, we're going to be having a public meeting to get a better idea of the issues that people are having with housing. And so just to kind of have like a listening session as the city to hear from whether it's like business owners or people that are renting, any of those types of things, so that we can just have a better holistic idea of the problem that we're trying to solve and make sure that we have the complete picture. So that should be coming up in March. And then other than that, I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys might have.
Cool.
No? Good?
Sounds good. Thank you.
When's payday?
C, other reports and announcements, none. D, presentations, none. We can go down to public hearings, there are none. Unfinished business, none. 9, new business. Resolution 2022-001 of the Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Seward recommending Kenai Peninsula Borough approval of the preliminary replat of Lot 7A, Fort Raymond Subdivision, Re-Platt number 1, creating 2 lots, Lot 7A and Lot 7B, and creating a 20 by 20 foot access easement on Lot 7A, Fort Raymond Subdivision, Re-Platt number 2. What are the wishes of the council?
I'd like a motion to approve Resolution 2022-001.
And I'll second that, Jim.
Thank you. We did a administration report.
Taryn, can you hear us?
Hi, Jason. I'm here. You are breaking up quite a bit, but I can hear the clerk fairly well. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. I will give a brief background on the case here. So again, just to summarize, Resolution 2022-01 is recommending approval of the preliminary replat of Lot 7A, Fort Raymond Subdivision, replat number 1, creating 2 lots, Lot 7A and Lot 7B, creating a 20 by 20 access easement on Lot 7A, Fort Raymond Subdivision, replat number 2. Mute, in coordination with the City of Seward, has submitted the preliminary plat for review and recommendation to the Kenai Peninsula Borough. This platting action creates 2 new parcels, proposed Lot 7A and Lot 7B, by subdividing existing Lot 7A, Fort Raymond Subdivision, replat number 1, which is located at 2109 Diamond Boulevard. This platting action also creates the 20 by 20 access easement at the southeast corner of proposed Lot 7A to allow a driveway to extend from Diamond Boulevard to Lot 7B. New Lot 7B will have primary access off Aspen Lane to the south, secondary access off Diamond Boulevard via the proposed access easement, and 7B will no longer take access off the Seward Highway. Mute is requesting this replat to purchase the new Lot 7B Fort Raymond Subdivision from the City of Seward. Seward City Council approved a purchase and sale agreement in September of 2021, and the new Lot 7A Fort Raymond Subdivision would be retained by the City of Seward. The property is zoned auto commercial. Existing Lot 7A is 11 acres, and the replatted proposed Lot 7A would be 7.7, and Lot 7B would be 3.3 acres. The lot is currently served by city water, sewer, and electricity, and fire hydrants are accessible. There are existing easements on proposed Lot 7A and 7B. The existing lot currently does not contain any buildings except for a small well house to the north and some concrete slabs from small buildings that have since been demolished. There are gravel parking areas and driveways also on the existing lot. There were department comments submitted by the Building, Public Works, and Electric Department, and those comments have been incorporated into the conditions recommended on the resolution. Property owners within 300 feet of the proposed platting action were notified of this public hearing, and public notice signs were posted on the property, and all other public hearing requirements were complied with. The department is recommending commission approval with conditions of Resolution 2022-01. Those recommended conditions of approval are 1, to amend the plat to create unique lot names, such as Lot 7A-1 and 7A-2, to add the existing public utility easement and water easement previously recorded to the plat. And 3, to resolve with the City of Seward Public Works Department the need for easement to cover existing and proposed underground sewer and water lines within the subdivision. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Do we have any public comments?
It's not a public
Okay,
hearing.
sorry. I knew that. Okay. Do we have any discussion? Yes.
Yeah, I have one that I hadn't seen where 7A1 and 7A2, where I understand we're going to divide it from 7A and then add 7B. Where is 7A1 and 7A2?
Okay, I think that's part of the recommendations in that the original lot is 7A1.
Right.
And then they're saying, oh, we're going to make it 7A1 and AB and 7B, 7, okay. The problem with that is if you look at historic records, you're going to see the same lot and you're not going to know which one. So part of the recommendations is we have 7A-1 and 7A-2. Those are unique numbers that have never been used before.
Right.
And so that was covered on the recommendation.
Right, I know it's on the recommendations, I just didn't know where it would be, because if you have the 7B, maybe I'm just confused, you have lot 7A and you have lot 7B, so are there 2 sub-areas, A1 and A2?
No.
In 7A? Okay, then
No, it's just making, instead of saying 7A and 7B, it'll be 7A1 and 7A2.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
Making them unique.
Yeah. Nope, got it, yeah.
Okay. Any other comments? Okay, yeah, when I originally read through these things, every comment that I had when I went through is exactly what came through on the conditions. So I'm in favor of passing this. Is there any other comments? Great. Can I call for a roll call?
Voting on the approval of resolution 2022-001. Sullivan?
Yes.
Cease?
Yes.
Charbonneau?
Yes.
And Chair Swan?
Yes.
That resolution is approved.
Okay. Other new business is, well, okay, we already did that. Okay, so the information items and reports. Let's see. So number 10 is just going over our meeting schedule. And you want to give us a little discussion on what you had there?
Sure. In my memorandum there, I posted kind of what is our normally regular scheduled meeting with our work sessions and our regular meetings. And there are some highlighted exceptions where we do need, or we've either been requested to make a change to coordinate like a joint work session, or else where we need to make a change due to there being, like the council chambers being used for an election. So on March, and I have kind of, if you look at my rescheduled dates, they're down below, where March 15th, the rescheduled possibility is March 22nd, which is the Seward Bear Creek Flood Service area is available to meet on that day if we're agreeable to move that one to the 22nd.
What page are you on?
Like 62.
50?
62.
62.
62?
Yeah.
62.
Yeah,
This thing started page 1, we covered a lot of territory.
we did. You keep asking us to recover, get through this stuff.
And then August 16th is an election, so the rescheduled possibility there would be August 23rd. October 4th is also an election, and so the rescheduled possibility would be October 11th. And then October 18th is actually a holiday, so the rescheduled possibility there would be October 25th. And so I just wanted to throw, with those dates that do need to be rescheduled, I did want to throw out some recommendations, and then you guys can choose if those are agreeable to you and accept them. And if not, please feel free to amend as needed.
Are those all Tuesdays?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have a question. This memo, just below the the planning and zoning meeting and report schedule. It says this memo is to provide a schedule of planning and zoning commission meetings for the calendar year 2018.
Yep.
I'm just wondering where we were.
When I copied and pasted, I must have missed that one.
That undermines everybody every
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Thank you for catching that, Commissioner Cease. I appreciate that.
There's no way.
Keeps me on my toes.
Well, I read every word of this stuff, and that's the only 2 words I saw that gave me any encouragement.
Okay.
I don't have any problems with those changes on the dates that you've recommended.
It's fine with me.
Fine with me.
We're an easy organization. Let's go with the changes you've recommended.
Great. Madam Clerk, are there any official action that they need to take to adopt those, or we can just go with those?
So that's fine.
Great, thank you.
All right. And I guess I will get together with you here in the next few days and go over what we need to do as far as talking to the city council, getting a report. Since that's probably due here in the next couple of weeks.
Yep.
And any other administrative type of things we need to go over?
No, that is it at this point.
Okay, let's see, I was just trying to think of,
Good in the new year.
Yeah.
I was just saying, usually before we do the, I guess for the city council report, we could put something together and just send it out to everybody, and anybody can make comments. It doesn't have to have the work session or anything. I think there's no action be going on, so if we can just put something together, send it out to everybody. If you have comments, things you want to add, then we can make that, and then unless somebody wants to step up and give that.
Is there a format for this thing? You know, when
Well,
you
we have some from the past, but I know last time it was kind of thrown at me and I didn't know what I was doing. I kind of felt kind of silly.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I just read off
You hate to be a
some.
flag in the wind. Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but
and what we can do is we can talk to our council liaison and kind of see what she would like to see, what they think, and then we can always just draft up like, hey, here's the resolutions that we passed off to you guys, here's our action, and here's other things we've been working on or covered in our work sessions, and then we can draft something up like that, and then you guys can have any additional input on that.
I think last year they because I think I gave it last year. I think it was it a year ago? Well, anyway, we cut. I was just given a list, so I kind of ran down the list.
Okay.
And then I realized that PACAB and stuff, they just did that list as a laydown. And then verbally just talked about the things that we're working on.
Okay.
Where we stand in things, any kind of the major areas, I mean, listing off, what we're trying to accomplish.
Sure, that's great.
But just to give them a feel for it. But that's like, because this is the end of the year. I know you think it's first of the year, but we're giving a report on what happened last year. And then the quarter reports after that, we should just be on what we're working on currently, trying to get done in the next 3 months type of thing.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Okay, great.
Sounds great. So put something together and try and make it useful for the council. Because that's really what it's for, is we're trying to give them information so we can communicate better between us and them. All right, let's go back up.
So what page are we on now?
What's that?
What page are we on now?
Well, I'm actually on page number 5 because that's the agenda.
Okay, thank you.
So anything else for that we need to talk to Spencer? Okay. So citizens' comments. We don't have any citizens, so no comments. And then we have board and commission comments. Does anybody have any comments?
No, I just appreciate all that you're doing with the amount of people and the disruptions and things that you've had, and the new folks that are coming in and have to, hit the ground running. That's really been pretty phenomenal. And this Chugachmute is, thank you for answering all the questions that I've had throughout the, the last week or so on some of that stuff, and I really appreciate the responsiveness. Thank you.
thank staff for all their hard work.
I just got to meet Nona. No, what is it?
Selena.
Huh?
Selena.
Oh, you're Selena, I'm sorry. Selena. I met her today and she really was nice and courteous to me, or yesterday I guess it was. So I was encouraged to read the whole thing, which is really amazing. I agree with everything that's said, except for that date.
You gotta give them something.
But if we can go through the whole year like this would be wonderful.
We got through last time a lot, that last
Oh,
session.
yeah.
We blew through.
Well, that'll be my comment. I read the different things and stuff like that. You guys really powered through some things and really got a lot of work done on that, both that work session.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I really like what you put together for the meeting, you know, your resolutions. They were perfect. They were very good. And I thought that was really good to pull that together and get some stuff done.
Yeah, there was a lot of somewhat potentially controversial stuff, and I think we all are pretty much on the same page and looking at it, so I think
Yeah.
it went out pretty well.
Yeah. Okay. And then, of course, New Year's. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
And look forward to a good one. Is there any comments?
No, just, this is, for you guys who don't know, this is Selena Soto, and she's our new planning assistant, and she is great. We're so thankful to have her, and she is, has a wealth of knowledge in her background of GIS, which is very helpful, and she does great map work, which you guys will be seeing a lot more of, and yeah, just really thankful to have her on board.
That's great.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm impressed.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, then we'll adjourn.
Adjourned 6:20.
Boy, that was quick.
Are you